Hey, what's going on, guys? Keith Gaynar here with some not updates. This video is basically going to be me talking about Dynasty Warriors 9. Sorry about that. And if the game's a little bit echoey because of the gameplay, I apologize for that. But basically, I'm here to talk about how they've just been dicking around with the game. And as you can see, I have the updates to this game. I don't know how to feel about it. It's what I think that, well, okay. Now, when I first saw the schematics and the gameplay and how the game looked in the magazine, the game looked really fucking fun. Now, I'm not saying that the game can be fun. It just depends on how you play it to make the game worth, you know, your time, I want to say. And quite honestly, it's tough to give this game the praise we were giving it before it even dropped in the stores. Now, me personally, you know, they shouldn't have switched anyone's weapons at all, period. And because of that, they are now giving us the shit we had in Dynasty Warriors 8 and Dynasty Warriors 7. My thing is this: if there's nothing broken, don't fix it. You know, I don't mind that they tried something new, but that's like level 5 trying to put a band-aid on fucking, I don't know what, White Knight Chronicles 2, and everybody knows how big of a flop that game was. Basically, all I'm saying is that they could have done so much better with this game. So much better. I don't hate this game. It's just I find myself bored with it. And I hate that because the Dynasty Warriors franchise has been a part of my childhood for as long as I can remember. Ever since Dynasty Warriors 4, and then me going back in time a little bit, and then me finally catching up with the series, this holds a special place in my heart. But, you know, this game is a flop. And quite honestly, if they were to make a Dynasty Warriors Empire game, I don't even know how they would even be structurally, how would they even build that kind of thing from the ground up, honestly, because if they make it open world, I mean, I'm not saying that that's not a bad thing, an open world Dynasty Warriors Empires game. That almost sounds fun, but look how they demonstrated the open world aspect in this game. It's like Breath of the Wild meets Far Cry meets Dynasty Warriors and shit. And that doesn't sound bad, right? Wrong. And again, I don't want to sound like I'm downplaying this game because I don't hate it. I play it from time to time, but that still doesn't justify that this game could have been a million times better. And they know it. Like, Koei Tecmo has been dicking around in a lot of games recently. I'm going to be honest, Warriors Orochi's 4 should not have been made. I'm not going to say I was upset with my purchase when I bought it, but you don't see me making any more videos on it because it got stale, it was the same thing, and there was no need for it. Orochi died in Warriors Orochi 3, as he should have. This new story with gods and bringing the demigods back and then bringing all the worlds together again, it wasn't necessary. It was a cash grab, and that's sad. You know, I understand that in Japan, that when it comes to video games, they think of the company before they think of their fans. At least that's how I'm looking at it and how I'm seeing it, and that's shitty. And again, you know, with Dynasty Warriors 9, it could have been so much better. So much better. And they know that. That's why I'm not understanding why this game couldn't have been a lot better. I know it could have been. And, you know, it's disappointing. and sad to see a game that you grew up with to like lose its touch a bit. And I don't know, it makes you feel a little shitty afterwards. And I don't know, it's just, I don't know. They added in the DLC What If. Now I kinda had a feeling if they're bringing the, you know, the weapons back, then I'm sure they're going to bring the What If sagas back. But it all depends on how they do them. Now, I will say that Jushu's What If is more important to me because, you know, you get to save Guan Ping and Guan Yu from, you know, meeting their unfortunate deaths at Fawn Castle. And, you know, they defeat Sun Quan, and then after that, they defeat Cao Cao, and so on and so on. But, you know, again, if all those things, you know, is what made Dynasty Warriors 8 good, and again, you know, from Dynasty Warriors 7 and, well, from Dynasty Warriors 8 to 7, well, from 7 to 8, there was a slight difference. In Dynasty Warriors 7, you had a set chapter that was played by a set character, and that was an emotional toll. excuse me guys. That was an emotional like backdraw, and like in a good way. It was to show the seriousness in Dynasty Warriors, the actual roleplay aspect, and, you know, making the story more, you know, live, but at the same time giving you a definite character to play with that made the, you know, that made it a lot more serious, I guess. But Dynasty Warriors 8 couldn't recreate that kind of seriousness. Why? I don't know. And if anything, Dynasty Warriors 8 was just a super fan version of Dynasty Warriors 7, where Dynasty Warriors 7 was a good game. Dynasty Warriors 8 was okay, and Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires, well, Jesus, I don't want to talk about that, period. And I don't know, Dynasty Warriors 9, I felt like, you know, I didn't think we were getting another Dynasty Warriors to begin with in the first place. But for us to get this, when it could have been a lot better, that's disappointing. And it kind of hurts, because it's like, what does that say to us? You know? It's not fair to us fans who grew up with the series, who played it on every platform, and to get a slap in the face with this. Now, again, am I saying it's not fun? Of course not. But my only problem is that it's very repetitive, and that it revolves around everyone's story. 94 characters, the same thing happens in another, in a different character's story. Same different thing, different outcome. Is that a good thing? I guess, depending on how you look at it. But then again, not really. It's a rehash. Don't get me wrong. Yes, Dynasty Warriors is a hack and slash game, but just because it's a hack and slash game doesn't mean it shouldn't have depth and, you know, something to make it good and more enjoyable. You know, it's like a snack food, you know. Snacks are designed to keep eating and eating and eating. Like a video game. Most video games are made to continue to play repetitively. No matter how, you know, repetitive it is, it's still fun to you. Dynasty Warriors 9 is not a game to where it's fun to keep playing. It's one of those games to play if you're bored and don't have anything else to play. And that's saying something, you know? But I don't know, quite honestly. I don't know if people feel the exact same way that I feel, but I do. I feel this way because Dynasty Warriors 9 had potential to be something greater than this. The open world thing isn't a bad idea. It's actually something I'm glad they tackled, because if they were to make another Samurai Warriors game, wouldn't it be cool to play in feudal Japan? That'd be awesome, but they would have to do the story in a way differently than they did in this game. And that's something I think we deserve. But with that being said, guys, I think my rant is probably over for now in this discussion. I wasn't going to make this video that long, but then again, I can go on for days on how this game could have been way better. But, you know, you guys let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more Keys K9 news, updates, and gameplay. I will be hitting you guys with a special gameplay today, and I'll also be dropping a random video of Devil May Cry 5 later on today. So with that being said, guys, this has been Keys K9 for more Keys K9 news and gaming. I'm your man. See you and have a great, awesome day. See ya.